Hey friends, coming to you from the adventure van today because we just got our brand new Starlink Mini kit in. Now this is obviously a perfect setup for reliable internet for all of our summer adventures here in Colorado, but will it work for you for your specific application? We are going to walk through the entire process of setting up one of these kits, how to get it for a best possible price. I've got a few tricks for that. We're also going to do some testing and we're going to do some comparison to the normal Starlink regular kind of standard kit to see if this Mini is going to be the right product for you. Let's jump into it. So the first place we are going to look to get the absolute cheapest deal on a Starlink Mini kit is on Facebook Marketplace. Now this is going to be buying used, and one of the caveats is that they may not be available. They tend to go very fast, especially at the really nice budget price point. So let's go ahead and type in Starlink. And as you can see, we have a few that have pulled up here. Again, these are actually fairly far distance from me at this time. As you can see, they're also selling for $225 here, $200 here. This is the standard. This is a great deal right here, $150. If you again can find it for that price. Now, the second place you can look that usually has things readily available, this is going to be more for convenience if you want it right now, is going to be Home Depot. As you can see, they carry Starlink Mini kits for $250. So that's $100 more than what you can find it for on Facebook Marketplace. But again, this is brand new. So this is going to be, again, if you want it today, right now. Let me show you the best option in my opinion. And that's going to be coming directly to Starlink, the website here. And you can actually get it for a deeper discount than what you can find it for at Home Depot. This is also where you're going to go to sign up for the internet service. And as you can see, service plans start at just $55 per month. So let me walk through this really quickly to show you how fast it can be set up. By the way, if you use the link in my description box below, you actually get your first month free, and then it'll help out the channel. We'll get a month free as well. So go check out that link and definitely take advantage of that promotional offer. So let's make sure we're clicked on personal here, and let's click on get started. Now, as you can see, we have a couple of different options. This is for residential, which we have up at our cabin and have really enjoyed. We've done other videos on that I can link to. And this is going to be best for roaming, meaning going camping, bringing it on the go. It also allows you to, again, move around so that you're not tied to just a single area at your residential home. Let's click on View Plans. Now, they offer a couple of different payment plans for the Mini kit. You can do $16 per month for 12 months, or check this out, $199 gets you the full kit. Now, remember, Home Depot was $250, Facebook Marketplace maybe $150. This, in my opinion, is the best way to go because you're right here, you're signing up for your service, grab it for $50 less than you can get it at Home Depot, and sign up for your plan at the exact same time. Just streamline everything. So you'll walk through this process again, picking installments or payment. You're going to choose your plan. Now, again, this is for roam, remember, and the cheapest one is going to be 100 gig per month. Now, again, this is going to be okay for occasional travel. And again, it's going to be coverage everywhere within the home country. So I haven't checked out plans that allow you to drive internationally, but again, for those living in the US, this works out really great. Again, $55 per month, perfect for the weekend warriors, the campers. This is really going to need to scale up if you're going to use this as your primary internet and you do a ton of streaming, you do a ton of work from home or on the go. You're definitely going to want to look at this unlimited plan. It's $175 per month, so it is a little bit expensive, but again, this is going to get you all of the service that you need. Now, the only other thing to mention is that you are going to pay $20 in taxes when you purchase the kit. So again, over Facebook, it does end up being a little bit more because of those taxes. You will pay more in taxes again if you purchase from Home Depot. Now, our kit arrived roughly 3 to 4 days later. I think I ordered it on like a Wednesday late at night, and it arrived by Saturday. So shipping is pretty quick. Again, if you're willing to wait, you don't need it right away. This is definitely the way to go. Now, once you've opened up the box, again, Starlink does a couple of really cool things. One, they make it super easy, nice little comic kind of diagram walking you through the process of setup. And then we've got a couple of components here. We have our antenna here. As you can see, it's a fairly slim profile. And again, it's a much smaller footprint over the regular standard antenna. We also have our little base plate, and this is going to slide into the bottom of the unit and allows it to be mounted on a pole. You can see right here, there is a nut there and a screw that allows you, again, to attach up high to get a better signal. We then have our power. This is going to be run from a cable down here after you plug it into your wall over to the antenna with this nice long cable right here that's, again, also included. Now, the really nice thing about these antennas are that they can just be set out independently. You don't need to mount them to anything. So as you can see, there's this little stand on the back. That is what's automatically installed. And then this can sit on the ground, on a surface, on a picnic table, again, wherever you're camping. And you can then twist it around and point it in the proper direction. I'll show you again how to set up all that here later in the video. Now, again, the nice thing is that Starlink also includes one of these mounts here that can replace this independent stand. Basically, to do that, you just pull up a little bit on this little clip right here. That pulls out. And then this one just slides in and gets replaced into that slot. It's really, really nice and easy. Now, one of the really nice things about this dish is that the router is internal to it, so you don't have an additional component like you do with the standard model. Now, you actually can plug directly into this antenna with an Ethernet cable, and there's a little plug over here. As you can see, if I take that off, you can see that's where you plug an Ethernet cable directly in, again, to get connectivity. The other port here is going to be where we are going to deliver power to. So let me go ahead and just unwrap this guy. This is a really nice long cable. You can see definitely great if you have a shady spot maybe where you're camping or somewhere that just needs to stretch outside of a building somewhere to get enough space, enough sky space for the antenna to reach a satellite. Now, both ends of this cable are exactly the same, so go ahead and pick one side. I'm going to grab this. We're going to feed it through the bottom little bracket here, and then we'll go straight up into that power slot. Just make sure it seats all the way in. Again, this is weather resistant. It's really nice. It's made to be outside, but again, you don't want to expose unnecessary components to like harsh rain or in a river or something like that. Okay, with one side coming out of the antenna, we're then going to take the other end of our cable here, and we're going to plug that into our power block here. Again, same thing, it feeds up in and provides a nice, good seal there. And then we can plug this into our wall outlet. Friends, once that power block's in, the setup has been complete. It really is that easy to get all the hardware nice and set. Now we have to go into our app on our phone and set up the software so that it begins broadcasting for us. Let me walk you through that process. So you'll need to go into your app store and grab the Starlink app. This is what it looks like on an iPhone, and we already have it downloaded, so I'm just going to open this up. Now, inside your Starlink app, you are going to see a few things that kind of look like this. You can also order service or components directly from the app, which is really nice if you don't want to use the web browser. You are going to need to log in once you have your account set up and your internet service ordered. Now, the login page is going to look something like this once you are inside. As you can see, we have profile, billing, orders, we have the shop, you can do a little more shopping, and then we have our current subscriptions. So if I scroll down a little bit, you can see that I have a subscription for the standard. That's the one we have out at the cabin that works great. And then we just ordered the Mini, again, for our roaming in the Sprinter van. If you click on these, you'll get a little more information. And we are going to see a couple options here, including start setup down at the bottom. Remember, you do have a 30-day trial on this. If you're not 100% satisfied, you can actually return everything for a full refund. It really is a really great way to test things out. Let's click Start Setup. Now, as you can see here, we can select our kit. In this case, I've got the Mini, so I'm going to click that and hit Confirm. Remember, you need to have line of sight with the sky. It needs to be a nice open area so that this antenna can reach the satellites and get a clear, good signal. So let's go ahead and bring our antenna outside and see what kind of connection we can make. Now, back in the van, one of the things you do need to think through if you're going to be using this kind of in the roam mode for van life or for camping and those kind of things is that a power source is not readily available. That's why these little power stations come in really, really handy. This one's by LiPower. And actually a power station this size can run one of these minis for quite a long time because it doesn't require a ton of power resources. So let's go ahead and plug this one into the power station here, and then we can get the antenna set up outside. Now for today's demonstration, we just have the Sprinter van here in the driveway, but it's going to give us clear line of sight, obviously, to the sky. So again, here in the city, we should get clear signal, no problem. Okay, we've got the antenna set up here. You can see nice open skies today, super easy to grab signal. But again, we do have one problem. You can see this cord does come out, and this is something you do have to kind of think through because you need the open sky, but then you don't want this tangle of wires kind of going in and out of your van or your buildings or your tent. So just know you are going to have to do a little bit of cable management. That's kind of the one little downside here. Now, don't quote me on this because I haven't researched it any time lately, but one of the things I understand is that you can actually get like a battery pack that goes directly onto the antenna, and that would make this thing fully independent and allow you to grab signal without having to worry about, again, all of the cable management that goes in. Okay, now that we have it set up and we're pointed at the sky, let's jump back into the software. Okay, in the software here, I'll click on I have a clear view. Now again, this is wanting you to grab a good central location. Again, if you're camping, put it up on a camping picnic table, anywhere where your device can get a nice, strong Wi-Fi connection. If you're doing this residentially, you're gonna have to play around with it a little bit. Remember, you're gonna have buildings and things that could interfere with, again, that Wi-Fi signal, but it should work fairly strong. So again, this driveway is gonna work great for our testing today. Starlink is plugged into the power station. And now we're going to connect to the Wi-Fi network that's built into the Starlink antenna. So again, it's called Starlink. That's kind of the default. I'm going to open the settings here on my iPhone. As you can see, it's right there under networks. I'm just going to click on Starlink. Now, right now, default, you can see it is an unsecured network, so we are going to have to set up some security. Let's jump back into the Starlink app. All right, we've paired successfully. Now, as you can see, we're already online. Starlink has recognized that my phone is automatically connected, so you can see it. There's one device that is connected. We already have a strong signal, so that is really, really great. All right, once you have a strong signal, we're online. It's time to, again, make sure you have the software updates. You can see it's downloading there at the bottom. But then we can also, while that's downloading, configure our Wi-Fi. Once you click on this, you can rename it something personal, give it a personal password so that in the future, you only have the credentials, you have privacy, and this isn't an open, unsecured network. So again, very important there. You can see that the Wi-Fi does have to reload after you've typed in those new credentials, and it takes about a minute. Now, one last thing I want to do, since we're online, is do a quick speed test. Now, remember, we are in the city. We have a really open sky, so this is going to be one of the best tests we can get. If you're out somewhere camping a little more remote, and you have maybe some obstructions from the trees, realize the speed test may be a little bit different. So let's go ahead and just scroll down here. And what we can do is look at some of our data here. You can see we have statistics, network. You can see which devices are on the network right now. You can see I've got my phone is on. Obstructions, this is where you're going to go if for some reason you don't have a clear view, and this will really help you dial in a best location. We have alignment here, and this is really nice because as you can see, my antenna is just slightly off from where it could be if it's optimized. So let's really quick use this app to align things. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kneel down right here by the antenna, and I'm just going to move it around. And as you can see in real time, this will update on your app. It's really slick. I really like how this works. And finally, let's go ahead and do a speed test here now that we have things properly aligned. So this is going to pull up the speed test. We can just hit start, and this is going to do a download. And as you can see, that is pretty darn good, almost 200 megabits per second on download. This is kind of cool. You can actually see where the satellites are moving as they're pushing through that specific area of sky. And then when the antenna jumps to the next satellite in the line of sight there. So it looks like we have an upload speed of about 30 megabits per second. So again, this isn't epic, but it's definitely enough to do some great streaming, to do some uploads, some downloads. Just remember that you do have that cap in data, so don't go crazy as using this as your primary source of internet unless, again, you've upgraded and are closer to that unlimited. Now, after you've been using this for a little bit, one of the things you can also check out is the statistics. And in this, you can see the latency ping success, you can see power draw, which is really nice for us when we're using our portable batteries. Again, this is why I really like running Starlink off of these small power stations when we're camping and stuff, because look at this. Output is only 20 watts, and it's kind of ranged between 10 and 20 watts here. But even if it punches up to a touch higher than that, we're still looking at between 12 hours. I've seen this up to 13 hours here to run internet again, and that is again on this really small little power station. So it really does not require a ton of power at all. Again, you can unplug this if you're not using the internet, and again, just have it kind of on standby. So there you go, friends. That is how you set up a Starlink Mini step by step. I hope that has helped. Again, remember, we have that promo code that I'll put in the description box below that allows you to get your first month of service free. And actually, everything is on a trial basis. If you don't like it after 30 days, you can turn the hardware and get your money back. Now, if you're interested in some more Starlink videos, hit that subscribe button. We're actually going to be doing some speed tests between the Mini and the Standard to see what the difference is. We're going to be trying this out on a few camping trips, especially in remote areas, to see how well we're able to stay connected. And again, hopefully give you guys the best possible information to help you pick out the best possible Starlink options for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again on the next one.